And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
That is not how you drew it up offensively. You want to come out, get some things established, get your quarterback in a rhythm, get the positive mojo going. The opposite just happened. You just made a big mistake. Now you just created so much momentum for the other team. Defense, please come and bail me out.
On first down, here comes this offense. From the red zone, it's Haynes.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
To throw, it's Milroe. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass, it's Gabriel. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll leave it with him. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of a physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd. Throws for the tight end. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Alabama.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
White 29. White 29.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter.
With the game scoreless.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Floats it out in space. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Ducks will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Black 93. White 53.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Line getting set on second down.
Let's go. Set.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
A little screen to the running back. Got room at the 35. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll throw it from the red zone. Floating away. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping them.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll run the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Gabriel. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, he'll fire. Unleashes it on the run. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Trying to set the tone with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. The play action fake. Forced out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Let's go.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Fights off a defender. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Let's go.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth-down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll let one go down the right side. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
I don't know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long. up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Moore to the air. He looks that one in nicely. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Gonna run it. It's James. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. The 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking for space to the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 14, Oregon 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Moore will throw. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Afterburner's coming. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, they come up with a huge play. They're going to be down in the red zone now. And I think, David, the mentality changes a little bit for a defense, right? Playing at this position of the field?
Yeah, the field shrinks. Now it becomes a little bit easier to play.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown Ducks! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, and I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
Oregon, 7.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Milroe. Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to take off, and the ball's on the ground. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and then stopping that clock.
The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. And the pass hits, picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. A lot of urgency for this offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Alabama has the clock on his side trying to finish the game. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the running game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off of the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking for room. It's Haynes. What a cut. Now he's loose. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
That is add the insult to injury. Running the football late, could have taken a knee, could have ran the clock out, but those stats count, those stats matter, and this handshake with the coaches might get a little more interesting.
You know,